typing, Snapchatting, rumbling, fuck, shake your tits and swing your dicks. It's Friday, everyone's favorite day of the week, so let's celebrate with another under-boob sweat-inducing episode of your favorite internet sensation with Libation, the Friday Wrap-Up. Before we get today's show kicked off, I want to tip my hat to today's libation. It's hot. It's summer. It's supposed to be hot. But doesn't mean you can't cool off with something nice, crisp, and refreshing. And I'm going with one of my summer favorite cocktails, a nice Casamigos and club soda with plenty of lemon on ice. Azalu to drink up and be somebody. Like a warm, refreshing Mexican breeze. Okay. So, what a fucking week. I mean, it's been a great week for funeral directors and cemeteries, let me tell you. So kicking off our trifecta this week, Malcolm Jamal Warner, who played Theo Huxtable on The Cosby Show, died on Tuesday. He drowned in a wave while on vacation with his family. Well, that's a good way to ruin a family vacation, I have to say. I think in Costa Rica. Imagine, you go away, nice family vacation, dad drowns. Kind of going to put a little damper on the weekend. Next, and he was 54. He's a pretty young guy, I make fun, but it's still sad. But, if it just ended there, no big deal. But then next up, Ozzy Osbourne, the Blizzard of Oz, the Prince of Darkness, died this week at 76 years old, also on Tuesday. Which, I hate to say this, but it wasn't really a shock. His health was declining. I'm actually surprised it took this long for him to kick the bucket. However, I'm still sorry to see him go. He really was a metal icon and one of my faves. Who doesn't love Ozzy Osbourne? But, I have to point this out. He did die a few weeks after his farewell tour. Shit. That's how you do a fucking farewell tour. You say farewell, and then you drop dead. That's a very convenient man. I don't believe in saying long goodbyes, and then come back and say goodbye again. It's bloody crazy, Gonna miss doing that impression. Well, I guess, Sharon is up for grabs then, Sharon! Some crazy man. I'll kick the bucket and things, But the third death, and the most shocking of all this week, like a total fucking gut punch, yesterday, Hulk Hogan, the Hulkster, dead, 71 years old from a heart attack. His health was declining too, but years of just abuse on your body, steroids, God only knows what other kinds of pain-numbing drugs he was on or taking in his career. But, he died yesterday morning. Clearwater Emergency Services arrived at his home to try to resuscitate him. He was pronounced dead at the hospital. But for anyone who grew up in the 80s, the Hulkster was a childhood hero, a patriot. What the fuck is going on this week? Okay? What you gonna do, brother, when the Hulkster drops dead on you? Yeah! This is what happens when you marry a young broad when you're in your 70s. His third wife, Sky, fucking smoke show, right? Hogan was in his 70s, and she's, I think, in her 30s. So, he was probably doing some rigorous cardio activity right up before he keeled over and croaked from a fucking heart attack. The funniest thing about all of this is that, when I say all of this, I don't mean just Hulk Hogan dying. That's obviously, that was a gut punch. That was unforeseen. But with the three deaths that we had this week, right? The funniest thing about all of it is nobody gave a shit about Malcolm Jamal Warner until this week because he was lucky enough to die the same week as two generational icons, okay? Let me tell you something, brother. What are you going to do if Ozzy and the Hulkster didn't go into that big arena in the sky? They would have forgotten all about Malcolm Jamal Warner even died this week. Yeah! So yeah, he died in the right week. That's all I can tell you. Anyway, rest in peace, guys. Azalud. Yeah, here's to you. Okay, well, I told you last week that I was going to do this. And it really didn't fucking take me long at all. I said last week that the next fucking time I'm out somewhere and someone's smoking a fucking joint, I'm going to rip the goddamn thing out of their mouth, right? Well, like I said, didn't take long. I was out and about, and there was some fucking creature behind me just fucking... I'm just listening to some music, enjoying life, smoking a fucking joint. I mean, I just smelled it, and I just turned around and I see this jerk off smoking a joint. I reached over, grabbed it, ripped it out of his mouth, threw it on the floor, and stomped on it. He looked like he was about to say something. I went, what? Oh, no, man. No. It's all right. It's all right. Okay? Told you I was going to do it. I can't stand the fucking smell of it anymore. Enough. If you're going to be fucking dumb enough to smoke in front of me, then that's going to happen. Be smart. Just say no to drugs. And also this week, I was going to throw up a little kitchen quickie. Like, I finally straightened out the barbecue grills, the gas grill in my... I don't know if I mentioned this, but I had this charbroil gas grill. It's not old. I've had it for like maybe 3-4 years. I mean, I got it at Target for like $200. And it's a good little grill. You know, I mean, I'm a Weber guy. You know, like, I've had a Weber kettle grill for literally 20 fucking years, and it's still like brand new. Like Weber, you spend money when you buy a Weber grill, but these fucking things will last you forever. Literally, you buy it once, right? Charbroil, it's like a B-rated product, but for $200, you know, like a couple of years back, a friend of mine, she was at Target, and she saw it. She's like, you know, do you want me to grab you one? I'm like, yeah, give me the money, whatever. Picked it up. Good little grill, you know. Just a grill's a simple thing. It's got the gas tubes, the propane tank, and then the grates and all that shit. And I take care of my stuff, but I didn't use it at all last season because I didn't have the yard straightened out yet. Now that I'm getting things squared off, I made a barbecue pit in the back. So the grates I noticed were pitted and rusting, so can't use them. But they discontinued the fucking model. So Charbroil doesn't have replacement grills. I looked at Lowe's, I looked at Home Depot, so I was reduced to the internet. So Amazon had some, I mean, I measured them out and shit, and like what would be close. You know, the measurements looked right, but you know, all these things are made in fucking China, and apparently the Chinese don't know how to measure. So everything was like an 1/8 inch. I mean, it took me like 4 times before I got the right set of grills for this fucking grill. So now I got it like rocking, and I was all excited about it. So the other day I was gonna make a kitchen quickie video. I was in the mood for a fucking burger, but like, you know, not just any burger, right? Like a Tommy burger. So like, I have mastered copying like signature sauces from like restaurants and stuff. Like for example, McDonald's, the Big Mac sauce. Everybody loves Big Mac sauce. Nobody seems to know what's in it. I figured this out years ago. So I make a perfect copy of it. Like you wouldn't be able to tell which one is the original, all right? So I went out and got some beautiful ribeye burgers, some beautiful brioche buns. I made the mac sauce, and I had this all on video. And I was videoing it, you know, like the way I do, but I fucked the video up. I don't ask me why or how, okay? Sometimes my brain just doesn't work properly. That's a story for another fucking day. But I don't know. So I fucked the video up. I got pissed off and I deleted most of it, but I saved like the end product where I'm eating the burger. It was just, I was just so excited to use my grill, okay? And I wanted to grill up some burgers that, I don't know, I guess I got so caught up in the excitement of the whole thing, I fucked the video up. But here, at least you get to see the end product. Take a look. How about that for a plate? I got some nice crispy fries I heated up in the air fryer. So let's dive into this bad boy. Perfectly cooked. McDonald's can kiss my ass. That is a fucking Mac. So from my kitchen to yours, get out there and grill something, huh? Salud. Cheers. That's how you fucking do a burger. But don't worry, I'm going to redo that video. I'm going to show you step by step how to make mac sauce, how to grill this burger perfectly, how to make a perfect backyard Big Mac. Okay, kids, late night TV, Ambien conspiracy theories, and yeah, Epstein. We got him too. We got it all, baby. So away we go. Okay, kids, get your tickets out. We're about to hop onto that maniacal, magical express in the mayhem and fuckery. The crazy train's about to leave the station. Huh, but, woo-woo! Before we get to any stops, I do want to dedicate this week's Crazy Train to the original Crazy Train conductor, Mr. Ozzy Osbourne. And with that being said, first stop, New York City. So, CBS canceled The Late Show with David Colbert. They're actually pulling the entire show. They're not recasting him. They're not redoing the show. They're just doing away with it completely. You know why? It's not funny. It sucks. Okay? Gutfeld is killing everyone in the late night slot right now. Kimmel, that other idiot Fallon. Pretty soon they're all going to be gone. Okay? I mean, Greg and I may be the two funniest and most entertaining talk show hosts out there right now. Of course, I'm a lot more handsome, and you know not many people I could say this about, but I'm a lot taller than him too. But he had to go get a Tommy lookalike for his show, Tyrus, which I still don't see the resemblance. People tell me this all the time. I don't get it. I don't see it, but whatever. Next stop, Washington, D.C. So, I'm getting fucking tired of this goddamn Jeffrey Epstein bullshit. Okay? Oh, the list. And even like the MAGA supporters now, they're like, oh, I feel cheated. He didn't put out the list. Are you fucking kidding me? With every win that we've had so far, that's what you're worried about? Some fucking pedophile? But yeah, I'm going to clear this all up for you guys, okay? So pay attention, because I'm only going to say this once. Write it down, all right? I got a brilliant theory, which is probably what's actually going on. Okay? So watch this. Spot this. Everyone's like, oh, you think Trump was in on it? Did Trump know Jeffrey Epstein? Abso-fucking-lutely he did. Everybody knew Jeffrey Epstein. He was like the financier to the stars. He was a financial consultant to anyone who's popular. Trump introduced him to a lot of people, especially in the 90s. Listen, Trump hung out in the 21 Club. Epstein hung out in the 21 Club. I hung out in the fucking 21 Club. You know how many times I probably walked past this jerk-off? Didn't know who he was. Does that mean I was on Epstein Island? No, of course not. Okay? So they said his name popped up in the files. We knew that. But it didn't say exactly how. It didn't say he was on Epstein Island or anything. Matter of fact, Trump kicked Epstein out of his own club for being a fucking creep. So, did they know each other? Yeah. Did they travel in the same circles? Absolutely. Okay? Is that the reason why no one's showing a list? No. Okay? Is there an Epstein list? 1,000% there is. Okay? I'll be the first one to say it. 1,000%. Trump knows it. His Department of Justice knows it. The Democrats know it. And the Republicans know it. There's a list. And I'm pretty sure Trump knows every single fucking person that's on this list, and his name is not one of them. And I'll tell you how I know that. Because the Biden administration had this list for 4 years. Okay? If Trump's name was anywhere on it, if they could have linked Trump to Jeffrey Epstein in any way that would have been credible, they'd have redacted every single fucking name on it and just showed Trump. It would have been he would have been the only fucking, person that was at Epstein Island. You know who was a frequent flyer there? The Clintons. The Obamas, they were banging children in the fucking closet, all of them, okay? Trump was not one of those people, okay? So he knows who's on this list, and he used it for leverage. Follow me here, okay? Throughout the whole campaign, we're going to release the list, we're going to release the list. You're going to see everybody that's on the Epstein list. And even after he won the presidency, we're gonna declassify everything. Pam Bondi's going through the whole thing, and then we're gonna declassify it. Everybody's gonna see what's going on. Okay. Notice after the big beautiful bill got passed, that shit stopped. Here's why. See, Trump is a master strategist. If you don't know that by now, you're a fucking idiot and you haven't been paying attention. Okay? He's playing chess while all these other fucking momos are playing checkers. Okay? And licking the goddamn board. Here's why you don't hear about it no more. Trump knows he's on the list. You got a bunch of Democrats, and God only knows how many fucking Republican senators and Congress people who are on it. Now, if he threatened the Democrats, they would go ahead. Release the list. Because then you also got to release all the GOP people that are on it too. Which means that they're going to all get knocked out of the fucking Senate and Congress. There's going to be special fucking elections, and they're going to fill the goddamn House and the Senate with Democrats, and the Republican lead is going to just disappear, and then Trump's not going to be able to execute his agenda. Okay? But if he goes to the GOP people that are on that list and goes, your name is on this Epstein list, it's disgusting what you were doing over there, okay? But if I release the list and your name comes out, your whole career is going to be shit. So I'm not going to release the list. But from now on, when I say jump, you're going to say, sir, how high would you like me to jump? Okay? That's how he got everybody in fucking line. Because he fucking used it as leverage. And that's how he's going to keep them in line and keep them fucking loyal. You're never going to see the list. Forget it. Just forget it. Promises made, promises kept. But that wasn't necessarily a promise. Okay? He'll release information. But the list itself specifically wasn't necessarily a promise. And you know what? You break one promise, so what? Okay, look at how much fucking winning we're doing. But that's how it's getting done. Because all these fucking pedophile senators and Congress people that visited Epstein Island that had some affiliation, he's got them. He's saying, here's the list. Okay? Now, either you fucking get in line or I release it. If I'm going down, taking you all with me. But the thing is, he's not going to go down. It's just going to be more difficult for him to execute his job. Okay? That's the theory. And I guarantee you, it's probably correct. Okay, also in D.C., so there's some new... and again, this is why the Democrats have been pushing at this Epstein thing, because of the Russia hoax. So files have been declassified that show Obama conspired in the Russia hoax. The administration used information they knew was false to propagate this whole bullshit story to discredit Trump so that he wouldn't get elected in 2016 to help Hillary Clinton, who actually the Russians wanted because they had fucking dirt on her. They were going to blackmail her. And Obama knew it, and he conspired to go along with this fucking bullshit to subvert the will of the people. You see, here's the thing, okay? We are a government, well, we're supposed to be a government of the people, for the people, by the people, you know what I mean? And these Democrats don't seem to want to get the memo on that. So Obama basically committed treason. They tried to steal the election in 2016, just like they successfully did in 21, okay? So, I can't wait to see what's going to happen. So they're looking further into this to see if he should be recommended for criminal charges. I can't see how you wouldn't be indicted, okay? That's treason, all right? But Obama goes, well, all these charges are just ridiculous. Oh, shit, they're coming. They're going to come for this guy, okay? They're going to... Hopefully, you know what? Trump's ballsy. I could see that happening. I could see them indicting him, and then you're going to start to see the dominoes fall one by one. They're all going to go down. Let's forget the fucking Epstein bullshit. This is the stuff. This is the smoking gun. And that's why the Democrats are pushing at it. Anyway, next stop, Delaware. Hunter Biden, the gift that keeps on giving, gave an interview this week. I mean, a coked out, fucking ass-wild fucking video. If you saw this guy, his eyes were pinned. He was coked out of his skull, okay? You could tell because he didn't even let the fucking interviewer finish his sentence. He was out of his fucking mind. Wild. It was the most entertaining thing I watched all week. Okay? And in the fucking video, he's tearing everybody apart. Okay? It was actually fun to watch. He blamed Ambien for Sleepy Joe being catatonic during the fucking Trump debate. He goes, they had him everywhere. He was on Ambien. Ambien? That's why he was fucking irregular? And what about the other 364 days out of the fucking year? Okay? Ambien. Well, I mean, Hunter is a drug addict. He would know, right? Maybe the cocaine belongs to Joe and not Hunter. Who knows? All right, kids, your sports update. Yankees and Phillies tonight at 7:05. Mets and Giants tonight at 10:15. That was a short little sports update. Okay, Tommy's Pub and Grub Review Show. Murph's in Franklin Square finally closed last weekend. What a fucking dump. I can't believe it took that long. That place opened, I want to say, mid-'80s. And for a little while, it was a fairly popular joint. They were known for their steaks and chops and things like that and burgers. And then it quickly went downhill. I don't know if it changed owners or what happened. But the place hasn't been updated since it opened. It was a fucking dump. It was a mutant circus. It just... it was, if you walked in there at night, ooh, you saw some fucking things. Ooh, Lord have mercy. So anyhow, if they're finally closed, I wonder where the Franklin Square Mutant Circus is going to end up now. I hope it doesn't go where I think it's going to go. And hopefully they turn that place into something delightful. I mean, it has some potential. It's right in the middle of right in the middle of Hempstead Turnpike. It's in a nice area. You got a nice big parking lot in the back. You got lots of residential. I mean, it's a good-sized joint. It really needs to be, like, they have the bar in the front, and just the bar room is separate from the dining room. I don't know if I would do that like that. It needs to be completely overhauled. I would probably reevaluate the footprint on that. But yeah, the place has potential. Also, there's a new restaurant that opened up, which I'm excited to try. It's called Cibo Pasta Bar on Merrick Road in Wantor. It's like an upscale Italian restaurant. And I like places like that. Like, I was looking at the menu. It's not a traditional, like, Italian red sauce joint. They got like a little fusion going on. They got some nice little riffs on dishes. It looks like it's you got to be, they have a dress code, so that's a good sign. So I'm excited to try this place. It looks pretty good. Cibo Pasta Bar. If you get there before me, let me know how it goes. Okay, kids, your PSA. Hi, kids. Tommy the Talking Tampon here with today's PSA. People in wheelchairs do not belong at the beach. Act accordingly. Anyway, stay COVIDless, kids. No mask, don't ask. Haters can kiss my ass. And remember, who loves you, babe? That's been your Friday wrap-up. I'll see you when I see you.